Right. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Too Easy. I'm back, and we're on my second channel called Do Rag Reviews. As you can see, I got a do rag on, and just the reason why it's a do rag because usually I wear a do rag when I'm at home. And this is a channel where we're going to talk about movies, anime, any type of things that come to mind. And so for this, we're doing a special episode where we're talking about booty call and bad movies that I love. The reason why I wanted to do this because there's a bunch of movies that me and my family we like watching that may be not necessarily critically acclaimed, but we want to give them the flowers too. And so today we decided to choose Booty Call, the 1997 classic. It's with Jamie Foxx, Tamala Jones, Vivica Fox, and Tommy Davidson. And so today I have a special guest. I got Comfort on the line with me.
Hi guys.
Movie. Yeah. And so with that, let's just go right into it. So Booty Call. As you know, if y'all don't know, Comfort is my sister. So we grew up watching this movie and
Exactly.
we really love this movie. Damn near know the movie word for word. We probably shouldn't have been watching it when we
I was gonna say wildly inappropriate, but
very inappropriate. We watched it when we was I don't know, 9.
Not exactly.
Something like that, but
right.
Very funny movie. I watched it again recently, and it still holds up. The movie's still hilarious, still funny. And my biggest takeaway from the movie was that it just showed if you watch it again, it just shows how talented Jamie was, and you can see it. He really. It's funny because it's a bad movie, right? But yet they still let him cook. They let him do a lot of shit in the movie, to showcase his talent. He's doing, he's cracking jokes, he's doing impressions, he's doing everything to show how talented he is. And the great thing about this time in his life is that this is when he's still on the up and coming, right?
I feel like he's kind of fresh off In Living Color or something. Right? Yeah.
Exactly. So he was doing In Living Color from, I believe it was from 91 to 94. And I think the movie he did right before this in 96 was The Great White Hype. I don't know if you remember that movie. It's the one where Wayne's, he was a boxer or some shit. He was fighting this white guy who was going to become a boxer. It's a bad movie, another bad movie, but Jamie was in there. But it was his first where he really got to showcase shit, for lack of a better word. So he gets Great White Hype, then he does Booty Call, and then from there he does Held Up. I don't know if you remember that movie. Held Up. Does what else did he do? He did the Players Club. That's when he's blue in the Players Club. He's the DJ.
Yeah. He kind of dramatically act into a little bit,
But then right there, 99, he gets Any Given Sunday.
Right.
But then now it's okay. Now he's starting to get to showcase, he got
the leading role,
Exactly. So then he starts, and then obviously, when we watched this movie though, we had no idea he was going to be doing Ali. He was going to be doing Ray, right? Be doing Collateral. He's going to be in Django. Now, Jamie is he's considered the most talented star in Hollywood. Act, do comedy, it's crazy. And when you watch this movie, you don't see it yet, but the potential is there. The potential is there.
It's hindsight. Now you look back and I saw it a little.
He could do a little something. He can. The reason why I'm pointing out Jamie because to me, he's the highlight in this movie. He's the MVP, and damn near every scene he's in,
he's the best scene.
In terms of comedy, he's like Denzel-ing it. He's out, he's bodying anybody in front of him in that scene, and it's so funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I watched this, I thought this movie was gonna be so trash. I was man, this shit ain't even funny anymore. But it's still the jokes that were funny are still fun, even funnier because I'm older. I'm 3 now. I can even get the jokes, some of the jokes.
Exactly.
And yeah, the movie's amazing. And so with
And
that,
I like the thing about Jamie's kind of comedy in movies. He has like a natural comedy. He's not like
right,
slapstick. So like slapstick sometimes like it doesn't hold up depending on the era or depending on the
right,
mood you're in. His comedy always just kind of seemed like he's just like that's really how he is. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like he still
And
has a little Jamie in it. So it's
yeah,
like it's still his personality, which is like
exactly. And it
so
comes
funny
off
as
in
it.
the movie. It comes off in the movie as well. Like
Mhm.
all the humor, it's like it's very natural, very free flowing. Like you can
Yeah.
tell they didn't really have a script like of
Right.
what
Yeah.
he
I
had
was
to
gonna say it
say.
seemed like improv for real.
Yeah, like he's just coming with it, like with the jokes back and back and back, and that's just a
Right.
testament to his comedy.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Jamie's amazing. Obviously, we know Jamie's amazing.
Yeah.
Another person that I really wanted to give flowers to in this movie, that rewatching it, I didn't realize just how good she was actually in it too, is
Yeah.
Vivica Fox. Like she was
Yes.
amazing in this movie. Like she was like, as far as like who carried the movie, obviously
Mm.
it's Jamie. But
Yeah.
Vivica, like if Vivica's not in that role, the movie is not as good either without
Exactly.
her. And I wanted to defer to you on it because people, there's gonna be some young kids watching this shit or whatever. Maybe they don't remember, but Vivica Fox was a very big deal back in the '90s.
Like
Like,
huge.
yeah,
She
she was like
was the girl.
prominent, like female black actress in the '90s, and
Yeah.
it's kind of sad that she kind of got like cast to the wayside now. But like, I wanted you to like just highlight just some of the how
No,
big
yeah.
she was back
Yeah.
then.
Vivica was like, she was the girl, the black woman that you put the beautiful, intelligent, if you wanted a little funny, if you wanted somebody who could do something physical, if you wanted
Right,
it to be like, she was like well-rounded. She could
right,
play anything that you needed her to play. Put her in a role and she could do it. If you
right.
wanted somebody to do a little hood role, Vivica got it. If you need like a classy wife of so and so, Vivica got it. If you
Yeah,
need like some comedic but also like in Booty Call, she's like comedic, but it's still like also she's like this straight face person also. Like
yeah,
she's kind of the person that's there to like shut Jamie down. Kind of
yeah,
like the Pam to Martin, how
yeah.
Pam is always there to
Exactly.
like shut Martin down. Like
Yep.
that's how it was, but that's how they were able to play off of each other because he needs a person to do that too. So it's even funnier because she's like, not funny. Like I'm not amused.
Yeah, like
You
she's
know what I mean?
self-willing when he thinks that he got the upper hand, like she's shutting
Yes,
back down, and like that's just a testament to her talent too, because it's like
exactly.
it's just like you said, right? Like she does booty call, but then she gets set it off like before
Mhm.
this also.
Exactly.
So she shows like her
Yeah.
range of just how talented she is. She can do Kill Bill, and she can do Independence Day. She
Yeah, she
like
can do soul food.
soul
And she,
food. Like she
you know,
has so
yeah,
much range to the point where it's like I was looking at her filmography. I'm just like, I don't know what happened. Like she has
yeah.
the
Who can play
uh,
that game?
resume. Yeah, that's another bad movie we're gonna do because that movie's amazing. That's
I love
and I
it.
was so mad that when I looked at the reviews, they're like it was reviewed bad. I'm like, man,
They
fuck
need to
y'all.
go to hell. Like,
Like, what the
please.
hell?
Oh my
So
god.
yeah, no, she's amazing, and I wish she got her flowers. Tamala Jones, I mean, she did fine. I never saw her as like like Vivica Fox. Like Vivica Fox to me was like, if she got the right opportunities, she could have been Halle Berry level, like of
Yeah.
acting. She could have been like
That's why
Angela
she's one of
Bassett.
the people Halle thanked in her speech because she's like, remember when Halle won the Oscar, she thanked Vivica, she thanked Jada, she thanked Queen
Ah,
Latifah, she thanks some because she's like,
I didn't know
we
that.
all auditioned for the same roles because there's so little role. Like we all started in the trenches together. I just happened to be the one that won this Oscar.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like all of the girls, I see you, I remember how we were.
right, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So
And
yeah, they all had the like qualities, the potential to be that girl, to be the one that got there.
no,
So
absolutely. And
for
so,
sure.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
that's probably what just happened. Like she just lost the role to the
Yeah,
other
because there's
role.
so little roles, and then they kind of age you out, or they get
Yeah,
tired of
yeah,
fighting for roles, so you kind of got to pivot. But I
that's
love
true.
Vivica Fox. She was always like one of my favorites of like anything that she's in. I'm watching
Yeah, and she's
because
like I said, she's another one in this movie. She completely bodies anybody other than Jamie. Like they're like neck
yeah,
and neck, but like she's batting at 1,000. Like she's just killing everybody.
exactly. And I feel like I don't know why. Well, I'm gonna let you. Let me. I don't want to
No, go
go
ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of supposed to be, maybe not, but I think it was kind of supposed to be focused on Tommy Davidson and Tamala Jones because
Yeah.
they're kind of the couple the whole thing is centered around.
Right. Right.
Like it's Jamie coming with him for his date with her.
Right.
It's her deciding if she's gonna have sex with him for
Right.
you
They're
know
the
what I'm saying?
tertiary characters.
Yeah, like it's kind of based around them, but they're kind of the background.
Yep.
Like it's really like we're
It's
looking at
really
your friends.
them.
They're the
Yeah.
friends. Y'all are supposed to be the main people, but it's really your friends that were
That we're interested, and they're really literally the ones who carry the movie. Like if
literally.
they're not in it, the movie does not work. Like
Yeah.
no disrespect to Tommy Davidson, like he's cool. I love what he did in Live in Color, but I never really much found him like interesting like that. And Tamala Jones, like I said, she's fine. Like she was in Two.
I mean, her best role was what Two Can Play That Game.
Yeah,
That's
Two
her
Can Play
most
That Game. That's
memorable.
my most fondest and stuff
Yeah.
like that from her. But this movie is really my most fondest from her. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, they make the movie. So just to go into it, let's get into the movie a little bit. So the synopsis of the movie is, give me 1 second. I mean, we know what it is. If I just want to sum it up, it's like, two guys trying to get laid and they get into hijinks trying to get a condom to get laid. So
Exactly.
pretty much that's what it is. But, I want to give the professional way of saying it. So Rashawn is sexually pent up and ready to take things to the next level with his girlfriend, Nikki. But when he calls for a date, she asks to make it a double, bringing along her brash friend, Listerine, whom Rashawn sets up with his lewd buddy. Lewd, okay. But, I mean, he was lewd. Buns.
A white
Better
person
than
wrote this.
expected. As the evening transitions from the restaurant to the bedroom, the two men go on a madcap search for what will surely make the night complete. Condoms. That's it.
Yeah, lambskin.
Yeah, lambskin.
Lambskin does not protect against.
We're gonna get into that. Okay, so the movie was directed by Jeff Pollock. He actually wrote and directed it. If you don't know Jeff Pollock, he was known for directing and writing Above the Rim. Movie. And he was also a writer on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air before this too. So,
okay.
But this was pretty much his big movie.
Break. Okay.
So the budget for the film was $7 million. They made $20 million in the box office. So
that's great.
Shout out to Black Excellence.
Okay.
Another funny thing is that this movie did well, so they did a copycat. Another studio, Warner Brothers, did a copycat of this movie with an all-white cast. It was called Trojan War, and they gave it a $50 million budget. You remember Trojan War?
Why did that?
Jennifer Love Hewitt and forgot his name, William Friedle or something like that. Yeah, it's a same kind of premise. A girl he wants to have sex with, she wants safe sex, so he has to get a condom.
Oh God, white people.
Like literally the same. Like the only difference, he's in high school, and again, it's an all white cast. They put $15 million in the budget. The movie only made $309. So again,
and 9 or 9,000.
$309.
Good night.
So shout out to Black Excellence. I just wanted to put that out there. I know it's a little petty, but
next time, mind your business.
Exactly. How about next time you double the budget?
Exactly.
The booty call.
Right. Exactly. Next time, stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're using.
Exactly. Exactly. So, so this movie is a cult classic. Every Black person knows this movie. It's on BET all the time, MTV, VH1 all the time. Like people know this movie. It's a very well-known movie. But again, critics-wise, this movie was not reviewed very well. I'm just gonna briefly go into some of the reviews that some people said.
Okay.
For one, this section is called "Why It's Bad" or why the people think the movie's bad. So the USA Today, Susan Waslofsina, whatever that name is. Sorry, no disrespect. She said, anyone seeking a good time that involves wit and logic will consider the film a definite wrong number. She gave it a 1.5 out of 4. But who else said movie I've never heard of that one. A nonsensical and flippant urban farce, too gimmicky to warrant any kind of favorable consideration whatsoever.
It's giving white people. But go ahead.
What?
Urban farce.
Another bad one. Where is it? The New York Times. They said it was a contemporary sex farce directed by Jeff Pollock. Has the attention span of a hyperactive child. Jesus.
There's
Okay,
one more
so
person say
but
farce.
but you know what? You know who I know now that is a great movie critic? Roger Ebert, because he saw the light. Roger Ebert and Siskel, they gave it a 2 thumbs up. They praised the vulgar humor, comparing it to Beavis and Butthead. And Ebert even said that the scenes involving Nicky's pet Jack Russell Terrier, you know the dog,
Yeah.
was very, very funny in the review. So shout out to you, Roger Ebert. You always saw the light and you knew what was a good movie. So shout out to you.
I knew I liked you, sir.
Exactly. So, that being said, I know you said when you watched the movie, did you know it was a bad movie? Like since you've seen it, right? Because we were kids when we saw it, so anything sounded good to us. But
no,
like
since
now
I've seen it, in my head, it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie. It's more a movie I just enjoy. That's
the best way to carry it. That's where I've landed with it. Rewatching it, it's definitely a bad movie.
Yeah.
But like plot wise, the plot really makes no sense.
None whatsoever.
But it's very enjoyable. Like watching the movie again, I'm not looking for it to be fucking Goodfellas or like
or the plot to make sense or like to be surprised or like wow, like it's just like no, I want to laugh.
Exactly.
I can guarantee a laugh. If I were to tell someone to watch it, I'd be like, it's funny as hell. I'm not gonna say it's so good. No, I mean, go on.
The best way to categorize it is that it's rewatchable. Like it's one of those movies you can be walking by. You looked at it's on. Oh shit! This is the impression scene. Like when he's doing all the voices and shit. Like you're gonna stop and you're gonna watch. Or this is the dinner scene when he, when they talking about the shrimp fried rice and extra shrimp.
Like, you know what I compare it to? It's like those shows like what is it? The Office or like Modern Family. Like it's not like you're not watching the episode like what's gonna happen next. It's just like it's just good. You just want to watch it. It's rewatchable. When you're like in a bad mood or something, that's what you watch to be like good because it's guaranteed to give you what it needs to give you.
Right, exactly. I agree. And so let's see. So were the critics hating or were they telling some truth? That's just asking.
I mean, urban farce. I don't know what that means. I think they're hating. I think it's giving white people didn't get the humor. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like
some of it does seem like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it just seemed like they didn't get it. So because anyone who reviews the movie should at least be able to say, although it's very funny, then XYZ.
Right.
But if you didn't even see that it was hilarious, I think you just didn't get it.
I think they just culturally didn't get it.
Like, they didn't get the jokes.
Again, like Jamie is like he's coming with the jokes.
Yeah, like
over and over. So if you're not getting it, if you're not getting the references, like I can see how. And then again, if you're just like if you're an uptight movie critic who just looks at everything to be like Inception or like whatever, like
and then also think movie critics, just random side note, but movie critics, you might have a genre that's for you. Maybe you're not you shouldn't review comedies. Maybe you're not the comedy person. You're too serious for that.
Exactly.
Review the dramas, review the like suspense, whatever. Leave the comedy reviews to people who understand all types of comedy. If you're too uptight, you can't. If you don't see this as funny, then it's probably not your type of review.
I agree.
Like, you know what I mean?
I agree. So yeah, I think the movie's still hilarious. It's still entertaining, whether it's going to get an Oscar or not. Not okay, so let's get into the categories because I think this is like the part of reason why I want to do this. If anybody's watched the rewatchables by The Ringer, with Bill Simmons, like they do the rewatchables. They have categories such as favorite most rewatchable scene, what age the best, age the worst. I'm gonna have similar things like that, but we'll have a little bit of tweaks as well. So starting with the movie, we're gonna do favorite scenes. So I know you know this movie like back of your head, and I know it well, but I'm also gonna just remind you of some scenes, and I'm just gonna name them. Like I'm probably gonna do like the top 5 scenes. Anything I missed out, you can throw in and just say what else should be considered, right? So one, for me, the dinner scene, first meeting dinner, when Buns and Listerine first meet.
I agree.
Listerine, this is Rashawn's friend Buns.
Hey, now I was thinking of damn. Where you going?
What do you think you are doing?
Did you see that tarantula hair fool?
Motherfucker look like Predator.
Yeah.
Buns, you hooked me up with a little hood rat. Buns, bro, have you lost your mind?
Her name was gonorrhea, but she spelled the shit like no. Her name was gonorrhea, but she spelled the shit like gonorrhea. I can't put that on.
Yo, and you know another thing, like I realized I was really watching it again. Like this movie was way more offensive than I remember. Like,
I know.
He's like, what? It's offensive, yes. I understand the Asian community is offensive, but another refreshing thing is just the fact that people used to be free, man.
It was a time, man.
Joke, but whatever. And they had some, different jokes in here too.
And in that dinner scene. Well, okay, the dinner scene is all one, right? The whole thing.
Yeah. So from the first meeting, the platinum card, gold
waiter,
arguing in Chinese.
One shrimp here and another shrimp there. Well,
all of that. Yeah, that whole
all this green leafy stuff. You try to fool a brother with all the shrubbery.
God,
no go back to doc.
No. There's that hood rat emerging again.
So
you're Malay. No go matu duck.
Fight ticket restaurant cost you extra fucking restaurant. Hell, nah. That movie, yeah. So that scene, the pool scene is very brief. Pool scene, when they lose in pool. He's talking about
pool, yeah.
Cleavage for you.
It's a little cleavage for mommy. Cleavage, she need a.
Yeah. So that one, I just wanted to mention it. The card scene, obviously, when they're playing footsie. And then he got his foot on Rashad's. Why was it so hard on him? Like, damn. That was stupid. And the dog obviously licking her feet and licking his ass. Yo, that shit. Even now, that shit still have me. One nigga said, hit me on the taint. Talk about toe jam. Yo, so from that whole scene, and then obviously when they Listy and Buns want to go have sex now, and he's like, mind your business. So yeah, that card. And then obviously my personal favorite scene, the Buns and Listy sex scene when he's doing all the impressions. And he's doing Jesse Jackson, Mike Tyson, Bill Cosby, MOK, Captain Kirk, all of them. When he's doing my favorite part is the MOK is, to me, is his magnum opus.
Longevity has its place.
Yes.
I may not get to the mountaintop with you, but I want you to know that I have a dream.
Oh, I have a dream.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be explored. Every hill and every mountain shall be fondled. I have a dream that all the rough places will be laid smooth and all the crooked places laid straight.
Lay it straight.
To me, the MOK scene when he's I might not get to the mountaintop with you.
I will, but I know I'll wax that out. Good God, I'll wax that out.
I rewound that shit like 5 times yesterday because it's so ridiculous. Like, nah. And then he goes,
good God almighty. Oh,
because man, it didn't age well now, but man, that shit was so funny. I would like to take my time while I'm knocking the moon.
Out to the love triangle, and you like it. First I start kissing it, and I'm licking it because I'm thinking about sticking it. And then when I get through, it'll be smooth and creamy, just like the Jell-O pudding.
Man, he was killing it. But yeah, so then there's that scene. And then obviously now we get into the whole, going to buy the condom. So the yo-yo scene, no condom for yo-yo, that one, the taking Killer for a walk, the Dano Dam, the gas station scene, you wonder why you're a floater, like that whole scene. And let's see, the second time to go to the gas station for the Glad rap, right?
Yeah.
Freddie Mac scene, to me, that got to be mentioned. And then lastly, the hospital scene.
I was gonna say the hospital. I hope you got the hospital scene yet.
So, any did I miss?
No.
So what do you think
I
is
don't
the
think
best?
so.
What do you think is the best scene?
It got to be the dinner scene.
The dinner scene is your
I
favorite?
feel like the dinner, it was just so back to back. Right off the bat, it's like, what's going on here? He's but him and Tommy Davidson by themselves before she get there, while Jamie's like,
yeah, the leading up, and then it's just
leading
like
up. Once they finally get there, then the waiter, then the food thing, then they start like teaming up against the like. It's just
it's like that's like in basketball terms, that's like it's 1-on-1 ISO clear out. Vivica Foxx, Jamie Foxx, they're going back and forth and like they're giving each other each their best.
Right. And then it's like the invasion of the aliens. Then it's like, okay, America and everybody else teams up. It's like, now we
got a common enemy now.
Finish him.
Be the asshole. First of all, and rewatching the movie, even watching it now as an adult, I still don't understand why Chen, that's the waiter's name, Chen. He just randomly disses Listy for no reason, like, and you this thing. I was like, I still don't get it. Like, why is he randomly shading her? Like, I didn't understand it. Watching it again.
I guess maybe because she's with him.
Oh yeah, because he was flirting with him, right?
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah, because she's with him and he's supposed to be a gay man. So it's like
Yeah, I might be with you on the dinner. But man, that impression scene, that first sex scene is so fucking funny. It has me down. But yeah, but the whole this is a platinum card. I can buy and sell your ashy not ashy blue collar.
Buns. This is a platinum card. I could buy and sell your ashy black blue collared ass.
Ashy black blue collared ass is crazy. You don't have a chance.
NASCAR.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Well, looky here.
What is that? It's a gold gas card.
Yeah, that means I can buy all the gas I want in all 50 states and 11 foreign countries. And I got platinum privileges too, because, you know, if you buy enough gas, they give you coffee mugs and stuff.
He said they got platinum privileges too. Oh my god! Bro.
No, he is dumb. Jamie is really a ridiculous human being.
You know, when you buy enough gas, they give you coffee mugs and stuff. Like, nigga, you know. Anyway, but yeah, okay, I agree with you. The dinner scene, yeah. Let's. I can live with that. That's awesome. All right.
Oh, he's stupid, bro.
What's age best? So I want to get to that. It's age the best, and then we're a little strapped for time. I got 4, and then you can add after. So, what age the best? Jamie Foxx's talent. We kind of talked about it already.
Yeah.
Again, the impressions, the comedy, like he makes it look effortless. Like,
you
just watching that, you know, like, bruh, put me in a movie. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna do what I do.
Yeah.
That's 1. 2. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac always killing his small parts. I've seen Bernie in a movie where he wasn't good, where he wasn't like acting great, being hilarious.
He only need like 2 minutes.
That's it.
You only need 2 minutes, and you're gonna remember him.
Yeah, it could be Players Club.
Dollar Bill.
Yeah, it could be Above the Rim when he's flipped, when he's a crackhead.
Or How to Be a Player.
How to Be a Player. He could just be that little part.
Yeah, that's all he needs. Give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna get in and get out.
Nah. He's amazing. So yeah, watching it again, it just reminded me, like, I even forgot he was in it. Like, oh shit.
Me too. Yeah, until you
I didn't even know he was a judge. He was a judge. I thought he was a pastor, but he was just a judge. But he was a holy roller. Anyway, yeah. And then 3, movies being more free with their comedy. Like I said, the movie is pretty offensive, but in the 90s, that was a time, man. You could
we were just outside. We was here. We was just out there.
Yeah, it is what it is. You have
just outside, man.
Bro. Like, you mad, but it's whatever. Right. And 4, which I thought was important because we didn't really go into like what the movie was about. Yeah. But rewatching it, I thought it was actually, even though they think it's a bad movie, I think it still had a good message, especially for the youth out there.
Yeah.
And which is stop fronting for your homeboys. and like trying to be cool for your homeboys, because the whole purpose of the movie, right? Like Nikki's whole issue with Rashawn was that like you're a great guy, you know, it looks like this could be going somewhere, but every time I see you with your homeboys, you act like a different person. Like you don't want to be who you really are. And if you could just be you versus like trying to please your homeboys, we can make it. And I thought that was like really interesting, you know, message, because like you saw it, you know, throughout the movie, right? Like,
every time they would get close, he would kind of like switch up for Buns.
Yeah, because Buns would be like, "Oh, you slipping. We got another episode of slipping ass brother." So yeah, he won every single time. Like he wanted to still, and then obviously we didn't even get into like the bet, right? They make a bet. Even though he likes this girl, he wants to be with this girl, but because of Buns,
you make a bet as if she's just like a hookup girl.
Yeah, like it's like you know we be talking about bitches. So yeah, so I thought that was important and aged well, because we're still in that time right now, right? Where it's not just fronting for your homeboys,
it's fronting for social media.
It's now clout chasing, right? Instead of just being who you are, like you got to do all this type of stuff because you think that's what's gonna make you look like the man. So I thought that aged very well.
That does age really well.
Anything you want to add of what aged the best?
I'm trying to think what aged the best. You know what? Very random, but very necessary.
What?
Protection. Ages very well.
It does
very well. Not just rush, like they were like overly protect. Like I think
I was almost gonna put it to age the worst, because
why?
Because I mean we're gonna get into it in nitpicks.
No, because nowadays, realistically in real life, who is going to get glad?
They're not doing that. Yeah, they're not doing that.
No one's doing that. But I'm saying
that's age the worst for me. I don't want to preview.
No, because you should though. The fact they were even thinking about that in the 90s when no one cared.
Very like 90s specific thing now. Like people doing that just
they need to. They need to go and get
people are just doing it now.
Because they're catching the
but no, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Like, it was kind of refreshing, but like, oh shit.
Yeah. At the time, I'm like, dang, this is a lot of work. But now it's
like but which makes sense because the 90s, I mean, that was like AIDS, you know, that was.
But it's still out. The AIDS is still out here, people. Put your vaginas away.
Just think like, you know, take a little pill, a little Robitussin. No, nigga.
Put a little Robitussin on there, you'll be all right.
No. Yeah.
Put it away.
All right. So that was that. Let's go to what age the worst.
Okay.
Like I said, racist jokes. Some of the jokes.
Everything with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, Bill Cosby stuff was tough. Like I still laugh, but it's still like anytime Bill Cosby's name brought up, you just.
I know. Even when I watch the Cosby Show, little clips, I'll be like,
"This is rough, man." Like
I can't be watching Felicia Rashad and try to block Bill.
Yeah, like I can't separate the two, man. It's just like, damn, girl, like 50, like
right.
Anyway, Bill Cosby. Dental Dam, like I said, I know you said it's important, but Dental Dam, hearing, like I'm saying, somebody watching it now, they're gonna have no idea what they're talking about. Like
they still do that. It's still a thing.
I don't know.
And lambskin is still not protected.
I don't know a single person who uses Glad Wrap.
Who's gonna tell you I went to get Glad Wrap? No, I know they don't. But I'm saying hopefully it'll inspire them. Like it's still necessary today. It's not like we have something we could use that they don't need it.
I still have it as Asian worse. AIDS, AIDS is in there. People don't care about catching something these days or die. Like in the movie, she says, "Like I want to do this. I just don't want to die for it." Which is like people do that. Like I watch Insecure, you know what I'm saying? And you never hear that. And there's a lot of sex in there, but
they be using condoms. They be using condoms.
They use condoms, but again, but
they don't talk about it.
I don't want to use Insecure, like just movies in general. Like it is not a poignant thing.
That's
like,
true. That's true.
Like it's almost implied that they're just like having sex unprotected. Like
yeah.
But so yeah, I just think now like the idea of catching AIDS through unprotected sex, like it's just not a thing in 2023 now. Like people just
crazy.
Think about that. And this is a big one.
What?
Cock blocking your homegirl. Nikki was calling Listy way too much. Like let your girl get freaked. Like let her mom. Like who? Like
I'm trying to think. Do girls do that?
Homegirl, are you calling your friend mid coitus.
No,
Girl, you better put a condom.
if you got to that,
like,
no, if you got to that point, girl, I can't help you.
yeah, like most people gonna be like,
I'm gonna
"All right,
tell
we
you
got it."
before.
Yeah,
I'm
most
definitely.
people-
I'm the friend that's gonna tell you before, but I know most girls don't do that. They just be like, "Live your life, girl. Live your life. I'll help you take care of the baby."
And most people, I'll tell you after the fact. like, damn, girl, you fucking without a condom, like, but you ain't gonna be calling every time. Like she called her at least 3 times.
Yeah, that's not
Like,
realistic.
all right, now get the glam out, get the condom, like, all right, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
nobody's doing that.
first of all, realistically, Lissy's not answering that phone. Like she's
Exactly.
she'd be like, girl, what happened? I already did it. Like that's what's happening. But yeah, so I add that in there. Any other what age the worst?
Things that don't age well. I'm trying to think. Well, I guess things that are just not realistic. Just the hospital scene in general. You're not getting into a hospital to do all that. Like you're not.
I put that in nitpicks, but yeah,
like you're not. I mean,
unless
it was just like very
no
open.
way you're grabbing an ID, pretending to be a doctor.
Yeah,
and,
getting in there, stopping him before he cuts the thing. Like
that's not happening.
that's
like,
probably
you're going to jail. One
exactly.
You're not just
The nurse ain't even gonna let you pass. Security's taking you out.
Yeah, like I don't know, maybe it was different in the 90s, but then you're not doing that.
Maybe that's the ghetto hospitals. I don't know. You know, we grew up in the
that was another thing. This is in nitpicking, but whatever. We're here already talking about the hospital scene. If you remember, she's the receptionist, right?
Yeah.
The whole no card, no cure, right? Like, so when I first watched the movie, I thought they just didn't have insurance. Rewatching it,
yeah,
he says, I have insurance, I just don't have the card with me. And she was still like, no card, no cure. And it's like, but you were shot. And then Nikki tells her, like, okay, we filled out all the insurance information. All that is right there. You can verify and check on your. And she was still just like, no card. Like, it's Fuji. No card. No. I'm like, well, it's still a funny scene, but I'm just like, no, how like.
But I will say, no, I've been to hospital or urgent cares. If they're enough of an asshole, they won't. Yeah. That's happened. That's happened where they're like, well, you need to call your people because So I think I think it's one of those things where maybe they don't have to, but most nice, normal nurses are like,
okay. It was I guess it was a private hospital. So that's
maybe
why
they don't have. Yeah,
that shit was confusing me. I'm just like, but he has the insurance. Like, just verify the insurance. Let him go in. Like, he was shot. Like, to me, it was like,
that's crazy. That too. That doesn't. He was shot. I'm gonna take you back.
Yeah, that's
probably,
if you're shot, the police are showing up. They're doing a police report. Like, you're not just. But whatever. Again, it's established the movie's better. So.
Maybe that's the urban farce.
There's no way.
Oh, this is just ridiculous.
It's not being taken care of. Urban farce.
Now we're off the deep end, people. What's going on here?
All right, so moving on from that, we're gonna let's see where we're at with it. So yeah, favorite random cameo. We're gonna be doing this for each movie. I think I have my pick. I think we're gonna agree on this. Bernie Mac to me was my favorite random cameo. I didn't see it. I did give a dark horse for Chen, even though he's not a well-known.
I was gonna say Chen, but I'm like, he's not a big person.
Yeah, but he was awesome. He again nailed every line.
Memorable, lives in my head rent free. Like literally, I always say when I go somewhere, they don't give me enough shrimp. What is one shrimp? Yeah, and another shrimp.
Like what?
I ordered the shrimp fried rice. Can I get some shrimp?
Get some shrimp. Exactly. So yeah, but those are the two ones pointed out to me. All right, so let's get into nitpicks. Okay. Why the movie is bad? This is why I'm calling it. So here's some of my nitpicks, and again, feel free. These are just questions and things I'm bringing up. So feel free to poke holes in them and whatever. And if you have, after I'm done, if anything you want to add, then your nitpicks. So number one, this is probably the biggest one that kind of deconstructs the whole fucking movie. no one, at least me speaking from a man's perspective, no one is doing all this for some booty. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
No one, and the first time, right? Excited, whatever, everybody's been to that point where you're ready, and it's like, oh wait, let's get a condom.
Understandable.
I would understand, well, okay, this is all I gotta do to get, you're gonna get the condom. That one, completely rational. Okay, comes back, it's lambskin. Lambskin, I'm still kind of like, yes, it doesn't protect from STDs, but she's like, get latex, whatever. And the only thing about that too, he paid $38 for the lambskin. $38. So then he had to go back because
he didn't get a refund, huh?
No, he didn't get a refund. It was closed. So he had to go. That's when they went to the gas station because the Chinese store was closed.
Yeah.
They went to the gas station to get latex. And it was another pack, 12-pack. Mm-hmm. So then, so that had to be, I'm guessing, $35. So we're at now $75 he spent now. So he comes back the second time
for some cheeks.
For them cheeks. And then he's kissing on her, belly button, about to go down. And she's talking about, oh, if we're gonna do that, you need a dental dam. This is where I was like, nah. There's no dude on planet Earth is doing this part. Like every dude is gonna be like, well, just forget. I'm not giving you head then.
Yeah, like don't even worry about it.
For him to go back out, and then she calls Listy to make Buns go out, and he even said it like it's one thing to go out and get some condoms, it's another thing to go out for something I wasn't even planning on doing in the first place. Like I might hurt you. You weren't born, but I just might hurt you. Like so that one. So yeah, and then on top of that, then he got to walk the dog. The dog gets lost. They get shot at the gas station. They do all that. Like nobody's most dudes. I can't speak for everybody, but most dudes they're gonna say fucking leave. They're gonna be like, listen, this is what I got. We're either gonna do it or I'm going home. And you know what? I'm breaking up with you. So that's what's happening.
Or I'm marrying you because we stuck together now.
Because we stuck, yeah.
Because we've been through a lifetime in one night. Like,
like what?
Album died? No.
The only thing I could like poke a hole in that is that because he made the bet with Buns, maybe he was like extra invested because maybe he didn't want to lose the bet to Buns. But even to me, bet, no bet, like again, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, so I don't disagree with that. Nobody's going through all that. To add, are grown, I mean, I guess you tell me, are grown men, I'm assuming they're like in their 30s in the movie. Are grown men betting like that? Like
guys,
at that point, haven't you
had it? That's a high school, college shit.
I was gonna say that seems like a high school.
I'm guessing they're like 24, 25 in the movie. I think they're supposed to be like young like that. I don't think they're like. So I still think it's applicable, like as far as ignorance.
Yeah,
I don't think adults, like I don't think 30-year-olds would do that type of shit.
Yeah, because I'm like,
that's really point,
you've gotten so many girls that it's like, what are you betting?
Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie to you, niggas bet on the dumbest shit, bro. Like it could be like, I bet you that car blue. Like niggas bet on
say less.
It could be, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so dental. Oh yeah, then so with the dental dam, him wrapping himself in that glad wrap was fucking like no one's that stupid. It's funny, but no one is that stupid. Like you know what the shit. Like why would you wrap your like nigga? Oh yeah, so that to me, no one's that stupid like that.
No, when I tell you, but I remember even when I was young, when we were young watching, I remember being like, "This is stupid." like this is. There's no way you didn't.
Like really, like that's what you thought it was.
I remember being irritated. Like, why would you?
Like,
no.
Watching it again, I was just like, "This is why it's an urban farm." Like, this is what they're talking about. It was this.
Look, not the more we talk through it, it's like.
Yeah, it was a bad movie. Like urban parts. Yes, it was urban parts. I already mentioned this. Listy's ignoring the phone call the first time. Or, like, she's not picking up the phone in the middle of having sex with Buns. It's just not happening.
Wait, weren't they in the middle of it?
They like got up riding him, and then
no one's
and then she answers, and then that's when the whole MOK thing.
Girl,
you're hearing it on speaker, and then she's like, "What? Nah,
no,
it's not." Like maybe the first one she'll let it slide. The second time, once the condoms in the fold,
yeah, no,
like, it's on and popping. And then my last nitpick was the insurance thing. Like again, they filled out the information. Like I don't think any hospital with somebody who's bleeding from the leg who was shot, you're just turning them away. But any other nitpicks you want to add?
I'm trying to think any nitpicks.
I know we kind of use the words. But,
yeah, I feel like that's about.
Yeah, those are like the main ones. Like I'm sure anybody watching the movie, you're gonna think nobody's doing all this.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it's not worth it.
It's not realistic that it's actually no.
Yeah, like,
and I hate. Can I just say, just in movies in general, they're not gonna stop doing it. I hate when movies do messy, annoying shit, like the wrapping around just to almost die, or like when in the movie someone's about to tell someone something they need to know, then they get cut off, then they're like, "Well, I'll tell you later," and everyone's life is ruined. Like,
I hate it. Yeah, that's a big. I hate when people do stupid shit. Like that's a big.
When it's just like, bro,
if something unfortunate happens, let it just be you have bad luck. Don't let it be because you're a dumbass.
Yeah,
like, that really bothers me. Yeah, so there's stuff like that. I didn't even know like they were having sex. I think what's his name? Buns and listen, they were having sex on bubble wrap too. I was just like, what is that about? Random shit in the movie. I'm just like, what are we doing?
Or the glove, the literal glove that he wore.
Yeah. Glove. Yeah, okay, so that's that. And MVP of the movie. What do you think won the movie?
Jamie Foxx.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty clear.
Jamie Listy.
Yeah, like she's runner up.
Gets the female award, whatever.
Rewatching it is Jamie's movie. Like,
he's from beginning to literally, I think he ends the movie.
Yeah.
The end. Yeah.
With the bondage shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, there's no way you don't watch the movie and think like, okay, this guy, he's gonna like.
He's going places. He's the star of the movie. Yeah. It wasn't even supposed to be about him, or maybe it was.
Right.
But he is like, it's his movie for sure. No one really. I mean, we care. It kind of carries the movie. Tommy Davidson and Tamala Jones.
They do a good job being playing the straight. Letting Listy and them do their thing, but
exactly having something to play off of, or to interrupt, or to joke on. But yeah, no, it's Jamie's movie for sure. When I think of that movie, I think of Jamie Foxx and Booty Call. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If any weak link of the movie, anybody that kind of drags them with, like, this will be a common category we'll use for other movies too.
Yeah.
Nobody like a weak link.
No, I don't think anyone. I think everybody played their role correctly. I think you needed them to like be like to carry the like situations. Right. So like the reason they're going to the store is because of Tommy Lee Jones did something. The reason they're at that hospital is because Tommy Davidson got shot. You know what I mean? Or the dental dam or whatever. Like I think they needed their parts in there. Otherwise, it would kind of just be us watching like a skit.
Right. Rewatch. Prior to this, I did feel like Nikki, like Tamala Jones' character, was the weakest link. Like she was very annoying. Yeah. But rewatch, maybe because I'm an adult now. Like, she just seems more like now she's like she was making sense.
Yeah, she's just like overly.
Like, I've only known you for 7 weeks. Like I'm not just gonna have sex protected and like I know a lot of niggas do that now. But I'm not. I don't know
life in order.
I'm not about to just all that stuff.
And I liked her like overly. I'm gonna keep saying. I know it's not realistic, I guess. But I liked her in the 90s, her overly responsible, like almost ridiculously, like
she knew what the Surgeon General said. That shit,
right.
The
difference between lambskin and like latex. I know that because of that movie.
Yeah, Very
Yeah.
true.
So
yeah, I don't think any
yeah, I think everyone was needed.
yeah. Last question. So
Yes.
after all of this,
Mhm.
does the movie hold up?
Yes, absolutely. All the jokes hold up. Even the ones that are like inappropriate or like a little racially charged or like from creeps like Bill Cosby, it's still funny. Like it's not funny. It's
Right.
just like you kind of feel bad for laughing now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but it's still funny.
Yeah. And as me as like a very people don't know this about me, I'm very like harsh, like in movies and like critique. Like I'll pick apart a movie.
Yeah.
So going into this movie, I'm thinking like, because yes, I do have a sentimental attachment to this movie. I still felt like this movie about to be some bullshit. But even then, I'm watching it for like the 30th time in my life, and I'm still rolling,
crying, laughing.
Like so,
funny.
Yeah, the movie still holds up for me. It's still a classic, and I think even people going into it, watching it for the first time, are still gonna like find things funny into it. So I think it's awesome. So this is us, Jamie, Tamala, Tamala. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but Tommy Davidson, Vivica Foxx. We're giving you your flowers because this movie is a classic. And
I wish I had roses.
For Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, regardless what the fuck they said, other than Roger, who saw the light, Roger. This movie is
shout out to you.
The real you are not what your review says you are. All right, so
you know what's good. Not Roger Ebert trying to get invited to the cookout. You still not invited. Exactly. Thank you, sir.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna see some of these other movies, see how he felt about them. We gonna see.
I know he's kind of harsh, so we'll see.
No, he is kind of harsh, but
he might take it back.
Like he knows what funny is at least.
Yes,
like, he knows what's funny. So cool. Yeah. So thanks, guys. Thank you for watching. This was I love bad movies. We're gonna be back next week. Next week we're gonna be doing Tu Wong Fu, another classic.
Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
So another movie that was reviewed bad, but is a classic.
Yes,
hilarious.
Y'all should watch the movie like so you can take the ride with us.
Yes, so even this movie, like if you haven't seen it, I should do spoilers in the beginning, but do not watch this if you have not seen the movie.
Right.
Watch the movie, come back, and then we can talk about it. Same thing with next week, Tu Wong Fu. We're going to talk about it. So watch the movie first. I think it's on Netflix right now, or you can get it online as well. And we'll talk about it. But I appreciate the support. Let me know what your favorite parts about the movie. Let me know, what age the best, what age the worst. Like, let's talk about it, online.
Do you agree? Do you disagree with us? Yeah.
Absolutely. And so again, Comfort, thank you for joining.
Yes. Can I plug my channel?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead, plug it in.
Yes, I do recaps also, y'all. I'm coming back. I've been on a little hiatus, but if y'all want to watch some of the recaps I've done on different shows, I did Queen Charlotte and Young, Famous, and African, and I'm going to be doing more reviews. I still got to wrap that up. I'm going to wrap it up. Go to my channel, Comfort Jacob Reacts. I think he'll probably put a link.
Yeah, I'll put in the link. I'll put the link in the description.
Okay, cool. Okay, yes. So yeah, y'all go check me out over there. Go watch that and just stay tuned. Hit your post notification bells too, also for Durag reviews, so that you'll be able to for his channel. Your channel, what?
Yeah, Durag review. Urban Farce review. Durag,
Durag, nigger.
Food stamp welfare review.
Things the blacks like to watch.
Yeah, please follow.
Hit the post notification bell for all the blacks. You'll know what's up. You'll know what he posts. He does also sports reviews.
Yep.
He be trying to be
so
job,
that's my second
great.
channel, Too Easy Reacts. Follow me on that channel if you want to see any reactions to sports, news, sports topics, things of that nature. This channel will be for any movie, TV shows, anime related stuff on there. So this will be a series. We'll keep going. This is bad. I love bad movies. We're also going to have another series called Hood Classics, and then obviously for the critically acclaimed stuff, Hall of Fame. So we're going to be coming with a lot of content. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you can subscribe, like the video, share with your friends, and we'll talk next time. Thank you.
All right. Leave your comments below. Let us know what y'all think.
Absolutely. All right. Bye.
Bye.